not safe to step in as a bystander because of the perceptions that others might have about you. I'm not saying that's fair or right, but it's just a note to make sure that we are tailoring our bystander intervention strategies to what's going to be safe for our students. Okay, so we have chip man, direct woman, and then camera guy. And he was actually the first person to make a choice in the situation. He made that choice to film, but that wasn't really doing anything to stop the conflict. So he felt unsafe probably with what was going on. It's probably why he was filming. Sorry? Or to put on, yeah. Yeah, or to, you know, have that tabloid thing about it. But then finally, when others started stepping in and calling out this behavior that was unsafe or wrong, he felt safe too as well. So, we're going to talk a little bit more about how do we step into these situations. So I'm going to give you all some little notepads. What I want you to do is, I cannot walk and talk at the same time. Hang on, I'm going to pass these out first.
Thank you.
Pass that back.
There's a video
There's some extra
similar
ones.
like this, but it's a gentleman who, it's just about the perception of people, and he ran, and he trips and falls on purpose to see how many people help him, and then he dresses up as a homeless person, and trips and falls to see how many people help him, and no one knows it. But they help him when he's well dressed.
Yeah.
And it's just, I use that in class, and they're like, yeah.
Like, not prostitute, like women who looks very provocative or I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
I've
all
seen those
of
videos, and those are
the bike, yeah.
There's an hour. We watch an actual bullying video called "Don't Be Such a Nerd."
Her job.
Yeah.
And it touches on literally that choice to be a bystander, then an instigator,
A white
and then
man
it's like this is
walked
right
onto the bike and just was gone. Nobody ever called the police, they just looked. And then I think it was a black man, and they called the police and chased him down. And then it was another one with a woman. People kind of looked,
conversation real quick so I can
but
get
then they got on
instructions
their
from
phone and it was like, should I call the police?
so
or not? It was
with the
that
post-its
show
I
was
just
like-
passed out, you all, there's some good conversation happening, and I want you all to share your insights that you're having. But with the post-its, I want you to come up with at least 2 warning signs. Okay, so 2 things you could notice as a bystander that someone is being harmed or doing harm. The specific kinds of harm I want you to focus on are bullying and dating violence. Okay, so in a school context, what might you notice as a bystander from a person being bullied or doing the bullying, or a person experiencing dating violence or committing it, that would tip you off that you might need to step in? Okay,
Should we do the first one first, or we just?
you can choose either one,
Okay.
bullying or.
That kind of phrases. So,
Body language.
body language.
And that's just,
For bullying, I guess I would also with crowds. Yeah, because by now we should know what you're doing. So you know, we know that actually fragrance.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like demeanor change.
say behavior change.
Oh, yeah.
What you got on that paper?
Huh?
What you got on that paper?
And more for dating. Yes.
All right, does everybody have at least two things written down?
Here it says.
Okay. I will collect your post-its for you. I'm gonna read them all out together.
And then I would also say that you need the picture change. Big time.
Yeah.
I kind of break this. So,
Yeah.
Body language.
body language.
And that's just,
It's for bullying, I guess I would also with crowns. Yeah, because by now you should know what you're supposed to say, you know, there are actually some breakers.
There's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like demeanor change.
Say behavior change.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What you got on that paper?
Huh?
What you got on that paper?
And more for dating.
Right behind you.
Yes.
All right, does everybody have at least two things written down?
here it
Yeah.
says.
Okay. I will collect your post-its for you. I'm gonna read them all out together.
And then I would also say that you need the picture change. Big time.
Yeah.
I kind of break this. So,
Yeah.
Body language.
body language.
And that's just,
It's for bullying, I guess I would also with crowns. Yeah, because by now you should know what you're supposed to say, you know, there are actually some breakers.
There's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like demeanor change.
Say behavior change.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What you got on that paper?
Huh?
What you got on that paper?
And more for dating.
Right behind you. things written down?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll forbid.
I kind of raises. So.
Yeah. Body language.
Body language.
And that's, we're just,
It's for bullying, like it's something else, with crowds. Yeah, because by now we should know what your students and know what the other actually
There's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behavior change.
Say behavior change.
Yeah.
What you got on that paper?
Huh?
What you got on that paper?
And more for being
Right behind you.
Yes.
All right, does everybody have at least two things written down?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll forbid.
I will collect your post-its for you. I'm gonna read them all out together.
And then I would also say that you need the behavior change.
Yeah.
Student, and you didn't feel comfortable intervening in that moment. Maybe you're kind of shy. Maybe you don't want to, intrude on this person's personal space. How might you intervene? Yeah. Tell the teacher what you noticed. Ask if the teacher can check in. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Maybe one more scenario to read.
A classmate seems to need to check in frequently with their partner, always telling them what they are doing or who they are with.
Okay. So you notice this as a bystander. Your classmate is always texting his girlfriend, and he's always saying, like, I'm going here, here's who I'm talking to, and always checking in with her. So what would you do if you notice that?
If you're a student.
If you're a student, what do you think your students would say or do?
My students will ask them why they always want to know why they
Mhm.
Yeah. So they would tell you, like, the defense, like, weird, why is she?
why
Mhm.
so,
Why is she blowing your phone up?
Okay.
then they love the word clicky. They would tell them that person is being clicky.
Okay. 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 What else would you do? Or what do your students do?
Does that person actually need to know where they are all the time, or is this person just saying, this is where I am, don't worry about it? I tell my wife where I am all the time.
Right.
I
Right.
want her to know where I am, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I've always told her where I am. She's always known where I am. I feel like it's rude of me for her to not know where I am.
say that one more time.
I said, I think this is assuming that there's a history of this person feeling like they have to be in full communication with their,
Yeah.
with their control part.
Yeah. So that's a
Impersonating
great
my
point.
feelings with their parents.
Yeah. So this might be a situation where your students say, if this is the first time that they've noticed it, maybe they don't step in, and that's okay. If this is the 20th time that they have noticed this and their friend is saying, like, oh, my girlfriend makes me feel like really controlled, I don't like this, if they're indicating that it's having some negative impact on them, then it might be time to step in. But it's also important to validate to students that it's okay, right? You're not a bad person if you don't step in the first time you notice this kind of sketchy thing going on, but make a note of it. And you can add to your list of bystander strategies, step in later, right? Maybe now's not the right time, maybe you don't know how right now, or you're just not very concerned yet, but do it later. All right, so it is now noon. It seems like you all are needing a break, so let's go to